Hello, my name is Karen Hoff, and today we're going to talk a little bit about preparing for your closing of your home. I've been a realtor for 34 years with historic and distinctive homes. Usually when you're getting ready to schedule a closing, you've already got a contract accepted on a house, you've done all your inspections and released your contingencies, your appraisal's been done and been approved, your loan's been approved, or you're paying cash and you verified the funds. Everything is ready to go to call the attorney and schedule the closing, get the moving vans, make sure everything's packed up and ready to go. Here's some important tips to remember. Number one, you should review your documentation at least 48 hours before closing if possible. That way, if you have a question, concern, or change or modification or an error, which errors are common at closings, you catch it before you get to the closing table. It's much easier to correct something 2 days ahead of time than it is to do the day of closing. Secondly, credit fraud and financial closing fraud is on the rise. So it's very important that if you're wiring the funds, which most closing attorneys prefer to have the funds wired directly from the mortgage company and also directly from you, that you verify that the place you're wiring your funds is actually your attorney's office. This is easy to do. You use the phone number you were given by your agent, not the number that might be on an email from a wire transfer. And if you ever get emails for wire transfers requesting you to wire so much money to this location, always verify it with a closing attorney with the number that you received from your agent originally. I'm assuming you're working with an agent. If you're not, it's still the same thing. Verify with the attorney directly the account number, the routing codes, where you're wiring the funds. Never wire money to any place without verifying that is indeed the account for your attorney. And when I say don't call the number on the email, if you get an email, especially 2 or 3 days before closing that says, wire the money here, this is the attorney's, we've changed this account. If you call the number on the letter and it is a fraudulent letter, there's a really good chance that you're calling the fraudulent person on that letter, and they're of course going to verify that everything's correct. So by calling the number you got originally from your agent and verifying the codes and the routing codes and the account numbers, you're almost guaranteeing you're going to cut down that chance of not getting that money sent to the right location. Wire fraud is an increase. Thousands and thousands of people have been taken advantage of, so don't be one of those people. Be extra paranoid before closing. Review your documentation. Ask good questions. There are no dumb questions in real estate. It doesn't matter how silly it may seem to you, ask it anyway. That way when you get to closing, you know what you're signing, you know what it's going to cost. The biggest thing is just signing the papers, getting your keys, and preparing for your move. Thank you. And if you have any questions, visit me online at KarenHoff.com.